Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. I am Vladimir Ledoux, and tonight, I'm really hoping we're going to be finishing Pyre. Not necessarily hoping that, oh, I want it over, because I'm loving this game, but I just feel like we're right there. We're right on the cusp of finishing, and I think we can do it. Nightfall, it's entirely up to you, man. If you want to play games, go ahead. I'm thinking we're going to finish Pyre, so if you are wanting to see the end of the story, there's always VODs too, so you can always watch a VOD. Totally up to you, buddy. He hates the game, confirmed. Yep, that's it. So, Nightfall, I know you missed the end last night, so we've acquired Bertrude, who was the bog. She was the chick that, like, was in charge of... Oh, she was in charge of getting our black wagon to fly. And then Hedwyn, we sent him home. He won in the liberation rite. Give me a second here real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Mr. Anarchy, welcome, by the way. Buffalo Box, welcome. And Nightfall, welcome. How you guys doing tonight? Evil Empire Games, thank you so much for the host. Okay, so he wants to talk. Ooh, we got some new goodies in here. Xylobones. It's a keepsake from Yomer Valley. Would that we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. 4 frames per second. Oof. Oof. That is not good. Alright. Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Wilfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my boy. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is, admittedly, a somewhat desperate plan. It is vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever it is to become the... whatever is to be the outcome of all of this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I we were unsure of him at first. A common boy like that, completely unacquainted with rights. But in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot. Someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then he fell silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. You and Wilfred speak a little more of Hedwyn for now. You are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. How was everybody's day today? I hope everyone is doing well. I rolled the absolute shit out of my ankle today. That was fun. I almost fell into oncoming traffic at 40 miles an hour because it was probably the worst I've rolled my ankle, and oddly enough, it doesn't hurt that bad right now. It hurts. Believe me, it really hurts, but not as bad as, like, almost kind of paper cut like. When you get a tiny little cut, it hurts like a motherfucker. But when you get a big one, it's not that bad. And it hurts, but it's not that bad. Alright, so we got a lot of story to cover here. So we're gonna try and push through it real quick. Downside climate. I know of no polite way to describe the climate here. It oppresses every living thing except perhaps the native flora in a few specific areas. Once more, the recommended course is to keep moving. Moving keeps you warm when it's cold, or when it's very hot, you use what strength you can to move to somewhere you can think and breathe. The weather in the downside seems intrinsic to the different regions, which my good friend Molten Millith shall describe. Shelter can be difficult to find, and you cannot stay in it very long. Perhaps, however, shelter can accompany you rather than constrain you. Yomer Valley. The downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources proved poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the Cur Yomer found it amenable. The sprawling valley, pocked with long, evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roam this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. So just for everyone that is new within either this stream or last stream, or those that have forgotten, so all of these kind of like journal entries were the 8 scribes, which are kind of like the gods. This game almost has a structure of like you have the Titans. It mimics Greek mythology in that sense of like you have the Titans. They were these giant, massive beings that seemed to rule the land, and then these 8 scribes came by, slayed these Titans, and then made themselves gods essentially. So this is all kind of their journal of coming into the downside and creating the rites. Hey Rusted, how's it going, buddy? What is that decision, Nightfall? The Cairn of Haub. How ironic that the sheltered remnants of the bone Titan Shack's 6 shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway in the flagging hands, remains now as foreboding as when that horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haob dispatched the bone titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's piece fell onto the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haob marked. Further, traces of the titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. 6 shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil, then in the shining light. Gonna watch you for tonight, Vlad. PC can't handle this properly. Gonna wait until I can get on my grandmother's laptop, which works better than the PC, surprisingly. Not a problem. Alright. Really, we got more up in this one? Flagging Hands. Beyond the valley lies the Flagging Hands, which could be called a swamp, if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into the dark despair, such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the Flagging Hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The sea surrounds the environs on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Doing good on my phone for now. My office mate needs my Photoshop to extract some images. Oh my god, we missed a lot last night. I skipped a lot of these entries. But I love this story, and we're getting a lot of history about the lands and about the scholars. I kind of want to go through it. If there's one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseeched me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Milla's sorceress lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our godly underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Millith sealed it in there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. So there's some giant that's still alive. Deathless tempest. We waited for the deathless tempest to subside. We waited, but the Underking, he merely laughed and laughed, for the deathless tempest does not subside. What lies beneath the stretch of the sea to cause such an upheaval is best left to myth and speculation. We made passage, nonetheless, through sorcerous aid and fortune, scarce seeing the surrounding environs. We did detect a landform to the west. Solium Myr detected there the presence of the treacherous aid who lured him into exile and then followed him in turn. Myr, in his wisdom, thought it best to avoid. At last we did arrive in distant lands, though seeing them provided little comfort. Make the giant your teammate? Fuck yeah. Just slam dunks from across the map, right? Okay, so we finished chapter 3. Let's go to 4. Whew. The Isle of Calamur. The traitor Calamur Ropecaller. Whereas he brought about our empire's fall, whereas he nearly claimed the life of our dear Solium, we forgive him. We have forgiven him. We give a certain thanks to him, for he has played a vital part in the Star's plan. If not for him, then we, the Eight, would never have aligned. We never found the Ropecaller. He fled into the sea towards an isle which we knew well to avoid. 'Twas there we think that Calamur's tattered mantle finally did him in, among the wild imps. Should the stars ever converge over that isle, it shall be to signify that their long distance across the skies is drawing to a close. If he's your friend, they can't say no. The perfect plan. I like it. Oh, no. There's still so much more. Not a whole lot. We got 3 chapters left. Okay. Welcome back, Nightfall. Phone died. Oh, that sucks. I know how that goes. The liberation rite takes place upon the fall of Solium, under a blooded moon witnessed by the heralds from the stars. There, the most favored triumvirate shall confront the one which we appoint. The 2 triumvirates shall pass through the scribe's gate, where their worth shall be assessed under the stars. Only the most enlightened exiles within each triumvirate may be anointed for a chance of freedom. 2 of their companions shall support them whilst they strive. The anointed champion of the triumvirate which prevails then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return to glory. Together is in a way, as far as I know, where the bot can say if you're Pixel Boss or not. I'd have to mess with it a little more, see if I can find some way of doing that. The Dissidents. I myself, Haob, did form the Dissidents under the simple tenet, those who do not belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp, and one accursed, to designate one of the 9 triumvirates, but Myr, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as those against whom they rebel. I'm a pixel peasant. I'll try it myself later. No task currently. Yup. Alright, I think we got one more chapter. No, we got it. Let's go back to this. Chastity. Bookworm, we just got a trophy. Come on, alright. Those bearing the name the Chastity all count themselves disciples of Luce Glorian, the 100 Minds, known firstly for his wisdom, but also cherished for his modesty, integrity, and kinship. Scalarian's priority in forming his triumvirate was to instill in all his subjects a deep-seated deference and respect for the rules governing the liberation cycle. The cycle of the rites needs to be respected to be understood, and needs to be understood to be respected, Scalarian said. Thus, the Chastity are emissaries of the cycle. Should they earn back their liberty, they shall spread enlightenment itself, and all of us shall grow. And this one we didn't get to read on Commonwealth. We, the 8, assembled here together in the downside, and we gave our freedom so that ye may have yours. In this exchange we have not lightly made. It is the charge to ensure that It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here, where I am bound. It is your charge to be free and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did and build a new and great society, a free society with wings spread wide for everyone. I actually can't. Holy shit. Really? Oh, I didn't see the 10 seconds. I would have joined and given everybody a chance to get a lot. Alright. We've caught up with lore, everybody. Let's play the game. God, that was a lot to cover. Thank you for bearing with that. Good morning, everyone. We're at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while in Moonlight Alcove and decide how to proceed. Play the game, he says. A lower heavy game, right? Yeah. I'm loving it. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the night, or for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus, you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Oh, that's right, Nightfall, you also missed this. Not everybody's gonna leave. There's not enough time. Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodil. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together, for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Well, my boy, it's time once more. Come see. Volfred indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon all of your companions are gathered. Volfred regards the group in a steady manner. As you all know, I've refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is that so that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Hey, Phoenix. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles: Brighton, Orisa, and Oralek. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. Who's Brighton? Former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside. You're maybe 20 minutes. Not too much. Thank you for the host, Phoenix Growl. After Brighton gained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the liberation rite, Oralek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre, thus Oralek earned his freedom. However, just as the Shimmer Pool was to engulf him, Orisa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. Oh shit. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the Shimmer Pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodil, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. No, the fucking bot's not working for it, and I messaged the creator of the bot. I hope they realize that, and I hope they're working on it. He's not responding. I wanted to know because I was looking through notifications and closed them, saw that you were live, and I was like, fuck, how long? Not too long, don't worry. I frankly still do not hold Orissa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth's responsible, for it has put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think the rights may partly be to blame as well for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Valfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see Orlek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion. And even the stars are fading, perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings in our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I have made a decision which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all of our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our readers shall determine where we are headed come first night. Fuck, Valfred's gonna play for us now? Sweet. Valfred bows his head to everyone while the others exchange looks, then one by one salute him in turn. Awesome! Once more, do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths to you in your pursuit towards salvation. I was kind of always hoping you could play as him. I am Groot. Alright, so what do we have here? We already played you. And 2-0, 1-0, 1-0. Who's that against? Let's do that. I have no idea who that's against, but I think it's the Worms. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge of the Pyre Hearts once more? Then this is to be the most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer. Imagine, if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge Pass, and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion, and former ally Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the Pyre Hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's water sought life meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Penta, welcome buddy, how you doing tonight? Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highwing remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyways. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. Yes, Rusted got it. It does not work, Penta. In the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him at their superior. I know, Penta, it's okay. How you doing today, man? The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre Hearts, they conduct the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Ors, while adhering to the strict code. This knight might not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned into disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Having another existential crisis.
I I do
I'm a
so
fan of
hate
those.
to
Sounds like
thusly
it.
contact you, O reader.
What?
Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor.
What?
To the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
Who the fuck's a traitor? I remember Gilman was exiled. It had to do with his leader getting exiled. I cannot quite remember what it was. When did he hit puberty today? Why did he hit puberty today? I have no idea. I think there's a quote that said it'd be like an entirely new cast at some point. Terrible joke incoming. What do you use to cut a mini pizza? God, I have no idea. Just dealing with the mind flood. Kind of drowning, but I'm alright. Well, buddy, you are among friends. I hope you are doing well, and keep your... If you need anything, man, go ahead and private message me. He rises after a frightful night of some slumber. I can't remember which quote it was. Oh my god, Buffalo. You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow the voice, which thus far has reached you only in the rites, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. Buffalo, god, that's bad. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. Exactly, Rusted. Just no. Grape soda was the real answer, though. Grape soda is always the answer. Just like fucking 42 is always the answer. As the wagon soars across the skies above Wakingwood, you notice Volford appear lost in thought. You cannot sense straight away what he is thinking. Do not mind me, reader. It is simply that being here in this vicinity, it brings back a lot of memories and gives me much to ponder. I hid within those woods for many, many years, making preparations for our plan. I cast aside my ravens and became untraceable. There I waited for the plan to germinate, so it means a lot now to be here, above that place at last. I'm the god of ponds. Quite the view, wouldn't you say, my boy? Sure. I love the flying music. I love the soundtrack of this game. Like, I gotta hand it to Supergiants. Their soundtracks are always amazing. As you soar above the waters of the Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman's sidle up to you, very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we are to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. I have no idea. Like, who would be the traitor? I can't see while I'm flying. I can't even look at who. Maybe Bertrude? Oh, it might be Faye. Unknowingly, because she doesn't remember shit. Fuck Buffalo. I think you're right. I'm really convinced. I think you're right. Bring me a tortilla? I did not say bring me a tortilla, did I? Penwitha says she can sway the coming right against the Pyre hearts in your favor there. Jodariel believes this route should be clear if you would wish to pursue your vocations. Yes, let's go vocations. That is true. It could very well be me as well, because we do know the least of ourselves. There's never been any like realization of the reader's history. None of it. Alright, we got a little more lore. I think it's just one page. Afterward, a list of terms in which you may wish to know. Cover to cover, we've read the entire book. I just got a trophy for it. The pentamine has actually cracked. I'm gone. Oh, man. Dreams of Tortillas is my latest hit single. As an exile of the downside, as reader of this book, and as a conductor of the rites, you are engaged now in a cycle which has lasted since the dawn of this age. Here within this part of the book is offered a summary of all key figures, locales, terms, and astral phenomena you shall encounter, either firsthand or in passing on your path. To know the history of the downside and the rites is to prepare yourself to walk the path towards enlightenment and then to liberty itself. Should you be free again, remember, reveal not the rites themselves, nor the existence of this book. So what else do we have here? There's more. Oh, the terms. I don't need to worry about the terms. I really don't. Go through and read all, like, just open up all these. We know what a triumvirate is. What is this? Denizens of Sahar, Curs, Crones, Demons. Oh, this is just... It's literally just a glossary. There's the regions, celestial landmarks. That actually might be interesting. The Cairn of Haob, located in Yomer Valley. Here the accursed imp here felled the bone titan, Shaq's six-shouldered. That's not that. Greater titans. Here we go. Biolanthius, the hive titan, vanquished by the scribe. Not giving me much information on them. I want to know, like, who they are, why they were here. We got the older stars, so that's it. We've read the book. So the thing that bothered me the most, man, we know nothing about the reader. It's very true, we don't. Like, and there's never any point that anyone looks at you and go, do you remember anything about yourself? It's just kind of been assumed that I'm just here and talking to everybody. There. Fulford appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Hello, my boy. Was just on my way out to make a drop. Report a bit of progress to our supporters to the other side. Should like to know. It is not clear to you yet exactly how Wolfred is able to communicate with the agents in the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach most of the time, at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hard-working as the rest of us, or, dare I say, more so. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They, of course, cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Fulford offers to tell you more of his process. It seems that he has been using certain imps to relay messages to his agents in the Commonwealth for some time now. And, of course you can. Hold on real quick here. Go for it, buddy. I need to just get you set up to where you... I trust you. You're not gonna fucking abuse the links. Bring me a tortilla. There's no way he said it. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm not broken completely yet. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Ruki would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded in the off chance they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes, but even still my agents put themselves in great peril there, supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them. They have identified hundreds of citizens, grown loyal to our cause, found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist the Commonwealth if too few citizens stand with us, whether due to apathy or fear or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these agents I have known for many, many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days I report to them in our progress, and they in turn report theirs back. From that assessment I updated the estimation of our plan's success. Our chances of success increase substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength regardless knowing of our efforts. Thus do we inspire each other, not unlike the dynamics which I see among the Nightwings here. Now, good afternoon then, reader. I've a delivery to make. Should I exercise restraint to get more banana pudding? Pudding, man. Get it. Noisy. How you doing, buddy? He legitimately says, bring me a tortilla in the most obtuse Mexican accent. Me, or was it the... He does. I have questions. What is it, Noisy? Alright, survey. I'm doing well today. Other than my ankle hurting like a motherfucker, because I'm doing really well. I think we can probably finish this tonight. You volunteered to survey the soiled grounds around the Black Wagon together with Joe Dariel and Faye. Let us depart now. The search turns up nothing much of note, though wandering with Joe Dariel and Faye provides reprieve from a long day on the road. Together you return to the wagon in somewhat better spirits. You should have time remaining with which you may pursue your vocations. We are going to do study in private. Vlad distrust. I do not distrust. I trust you, buddy. Too much chivalry. Yeah, he can't be a traitor. This afternoon you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites, to find a place to look upon its words. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Quickness. We are maxed out on all these. The 8 scribes who compose the book, their influence and their experience spreads through the pages in the willing reader's deepest subconscious. Inspiration comes to you in a flash. Whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Celerity. We now have +2 quickness to everybody that plays in the rights. Join in, Vlad. Okay, I will join in. I don't even know how much it's at, but I will join in. 60,000. He can't be trusted. Send new to Jesus. Hello. This looks like the same art from the Banner Saga. It does have some similarities. Welcome to the stream. This is made by the creators of Bastion, which, honestly, once knowing Bastion, you can see the very similarities in art between those two games. But yeah, the creators of Bastion and Transistor made this game. Super Giant Games. How are you doing today? The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. Did my controller, did it die? It did. Fuck. I need another controller. Sorry. Logging in. No, that one's dead too. Oh no. It's not good. I have a third controller somewhere. No idea. So, while you get a controller, watch my clip. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. What's this clip? What is this clip? Let's watch this clip. So you claim this guy says something about a fucking tortilla. Oh my god, he does. He says, give me a tortilla. Holy shit. It's clear as day. Was thinking of buying this. It's nice to see you on campaign. Yes, it's a good game. I'm really enjoying it. It is very, very story heavy though. So if you are not big into story games, I don't know how much it'll click with you, but I'm loving the story. Why will my freaking thing not charge? Alright. Noisy, the clip is in Discord. been playing Hellblade, but it is so intense I needed to... How is Hellblade? I've heard some mixed... I've heard some mixed reviews. I've heard really only one, and that was... Most of them have been giving it, like, you know, 8s. 8s. Anywhere from the 7 to 9 range. I know Jim Sterling gave it a 1. And I kind of agree with his justification. He ran into an area that, like, completely, like, he has to restart the entire game. Because of a way that they designed the game, due to user error, no less, I mean, it was user error, but, like, that should have been thought out. It ended up auto-saving that he has no choice but to restart his entire campaign. Magnificent! Welcome to the stream. To Discord I go. It's rough for me, mental issues and all. Yeah. Hellblade's definitely intense. Did Jim come back on his word? Okay. I haven't seen an update from him, so I wouldn't doubt that he's come back and said something. Magnificent, no, we're not going to be playing Jackbox tonight. It'll probably be a little while before we play Jackbox again. Okay. I'm right here. Can you not hear me? Atmosphere, beautiful, like a moving cinematic. Huh. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with something that got right in its path. At first you see no signs of whomever or whatever it is. But then, he was rash and admits it. I could see being upset, like, having that happen. That pissed me the hell off, too. A voice rings out from off to the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question as to who it is.
Hey guys, so maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess. You must have scared Dad half to death. I mean, just look at him. But it's good running into you like this, because I got for you a really special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest here. Something about him, I don't know, but Dad just hasn't been himself.
Yeah, turn up your volume, Magnificent.
But once we open shop, why, these little numbers, they're gonna go flying off the shelves. And you can have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift, because you're headed to the pit of Millith, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay?
The Black Wagon does not provide you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have enough room for Falcon Ron. Barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. Dude, I love Ron. Ron is amazing. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifact he's transporting right now, and wonder whether you should get involved. Come on in, buddy. It's Kate and Sith. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard.
Oh, great. Thanks, guys. I'll just, squeeze right in, just...
He does not.
Dad, come on, put your back into it already.
Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Fucking love. I love that this goblin's name is just, like, it's Falcon Ron, but when you go into a shop, it just says Ron, and I love it. After what felt like an interminable trip, during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination.
Anyways, thanks, guys, and remember what I said, these fingers I got here, you got dibs on them, if you come visit me and Dad, that is. Now we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay?
Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts. Aww. What the hell does Glory do? The tribute affects damage dealt to a pyre? Fuck! That's no good. Well, let's go see what Ron is selling.
Hey guys, thanks again for helping me and Dad back there. We really owe you one, so as promised, I got something really, really good in stock for you right here.
He pauses for dramatic effect. Dude, seriously, cats, stop it. He reveals to you several artifacts. A black hoof. The bearer has 100% more stamina than usual, but cannot grasp the orb. The black heart. After getting banished, bearer either returns with infinite stamina, or as a fast-moving howler. Ooh. Or the black claw. The bearer's aura remains while grasping the orb, but cannot be cast. Fuck, I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily his father, but he calls him Dad. Did we ever find out that one posted in the title screen of Galaxy and Pen and Paper? Dude, the cats are going crazy. They emanate with energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy.
Nice, huh? You guys got first dibs on these bad boys, and I can tell you what, they're going to go fast.
I don't have the money for them. Who is this for? Only usable by Hadwin. See, I don't want to get rid of the legendary ones because I don't know if they're coming back. They might be. Alright. Spoiler, Ron is getting it from Gravity Falls. It's got rainbow sausages. I feel like this game is setting them up to come back. It definitely seems like it. Magnificent, no, we're not going to play Jackbox for a while. That was a big celebration stream that I was doing for hitting 300 followers. So it'll be a while before we play that again. We're going to go back to some story games. I got a lot of games in the that are burning a hole in my pocket I need to get through. I want this, but I can't. Oh, it's only 23?
Ah, great, you guys. I knew you were discerning customers. Now, you enjoyed that one, okay? And remember, I still got the others too, and you can buy them if you want.
Welcome back, Rusted.
Though these ones, they're real popular, and so no refunds on these guys, you understand? But they are real good, so there's no chance you're gonna want to pawn them off.
I'm gonna try to finish Pyre tonight. We've not finished Banner Saga yet. That it was kind of put on hold for Pyre because I've been really, really excited for this game. We'll take this one too. And then the ring. I want the ring, but I don't think I have. Nah, don't have enough for that. Of course not. Why would I have enough for that? Unless the Vlad cats attack you, you never know what happens, and they're crazy.
Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad.
Okay. Someone wants to chat. Jadariel. Jadariel seems to be fidgeting with her horns. Blast these wretched things, reader. Have you an inkling as to how unwieldy they become with age? I long for the days when the wound in my leg was chief among my bodily concerns. You know a rhetorical question when you hear one. Best not speak. You remain silent, sensing that Jodariel was not seeking a specific response from you in this case. She soon continues. I suppose there's no way to know for certain the experience of having horns other than to sprout them for oneself. 10 years or so into my stay within this blasted place, I first felt protrusions from my skull. They remained hidden by my hair for quite some time, but I knew that they would not last. We all heard much of the demons in the Commonwealth. Sinners rightfully exiled would assume their rightful form. Thus, when my horns started to sprout, I took it as an indication that perhaps this was indeed the fate that I deserved. She trails off a while. I know somewhat better now. Anybody of our kind left down here long enough and left alive becomes like this. Something in the climate? Difficult to say. A disease of sorts, but not a deadly one. If anything, the opposite. If we live long enough, then we live longer still like this, extending thus our sentence into exile. Sometimes I think, if these horns are here to symbolize my sins, then surely they are going to recede if I ever return. On nights when these damned horns prevent my sleep, my thoughts inevitably stray to that hopeless idea, a naive hope which never leaves, despite prolonged attempts to rid myself of it. Horns are not worth the trouble, reader. She nods wryly as she heads out into the afternoon. What did I miss here? She finished Banner Saga. No, I'll be back when he's done. Never saw the beginning. No problem, Magnificent. They look badass as hell in my opinion. Yes, they do. Rusted Devil, thank you for the host. Alright. I think we're ready to commence with the rite. Let's do this. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the poisoned lands of the pit of Millith. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set it. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night. This night. This night. This night is not a night at all. This night betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea of Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right, focus on the right, focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader! This knight did not see you there just now, such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. What's this one do? Your adversary shall deal an additional 5 damage to your Pyre for only 10% enlightenment. No. You want the I want a taco sound? Or I want a tortilla, that's what it was. I want a tortilla.
Or should I say deceiver?
Send you to Jesus. Thank you for the follow. And welcome to...
The exiled Wolfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition. Yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
The music changes with each arena that you play in, but yeah, send you to Jesus. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the exhibition where you're always in search of hidden gems and giving them their time in the spotlight. Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? So Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. That this knight is most surprised that you have the courage even to show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You're no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful, you Nightwings, you were stupid to have taken that one, and you're no good at the rights, and another thing, we do not fear you. I think he fears us. I really think he's afraid. Reader, my boy, let us confer a moment here. I am returned now to the rites, a tradition that I had once disavowed. And now that I have donned the raiments, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use. Alright, we get to learn how to play as him.
And there he is at last.
So he gets a shield. It deflects adversaries' auras.
Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent
Oh, whoa.
here. Now, good evening to you.
If Vulfred is banished, his sapling expires. Okay. Now then, Nightwings, I look forward to conducting with all of you. If and when, of course, the reader calls for us to stand as triumvirate together. That's what Sir Deluge looks like. I know, he's a total wimp. Okay. So, to Sir Gilman. I think I'm gonna try playing with him. Might as well. Get him some levels. No talisman. What do we have for you to wear? Oh, that's right, we got these new ones. Let's give you that.
Wolfred.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jody is the other one.
The choice is cast.
Take heart, Sir Gilman. You have no obligations to the triumvirate you left behind. You are among friends now.
Come then, Nightwings. Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard.
Begin.
Woo! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Ah! So I was reading about it, and apparently the frame drops is pretty common amongst console for this game.
Oh dear. If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. Oh,
Fuck. Got it.
brilliantly done.
Oh yeah, the seed things. I forgot about those.
You have it.
Oh, he cannot cast because of the thing I put on him. I forgot. No, no.
A shameful outcome.
No. No!
The orb
Damn it.
sails forth into the flame. Alas for Gilman. Now that is how to snuff a flame.
There we go. There we go.
Red-handed.
No!
Did the Nightwings
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
The orb was cast into your pyre. No, you don't. Audacious, aren't we?
Fucking hell.
Oh, this is driving me crazy. No!
Do better than that. Begone, Wilfred.
Fuck, fuck, fuck. No! God, that was a long run.
With grace.
Alright.
Now go. The orb.
Fuck, 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 two. Okay.
Banish each in turn.
Yes!
Dariel.
Take that!
Adversary's flames. Magnificent.
Just make it quick and painless on this night, because this looks like it's over for us, pretty much. Oh, I'll make it quick and painless.
Doubtless using exile as a means of shirking military service. Woe is you.
Wait, 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 no, 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 no!
Throw it in. The world somehow did it.
Alright, one more. Doesn't matter who. Done.
It is done. The Nightwings prevail again. Their pyre burns whilst that of their adversaries is but ash. The right is complete.
Curse you, Gilman! You're a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs? You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everyone knows, this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Save Deluge got to him.
The eight scribes bless us with their ways.
Jodariel is maxed. The rites would have me think that I have nothing left to learn. Whether that a falsehood or a contradiction, I am yet uncertain. Nonetheless, I shall press on, for the limits of my mastery always have exceeded my grasp, and I expect they always shall. Alright. So when landing from a jump, briefly stuns nearby enemies, or what's this max do? Any adversary banished by Jodariel takes 30% longer? For 7 seconds after saluting her adversary, Jodariel deals an additional 10 to the pyre. Let's make her aura bigger.
Praise be to Solium.
Oh, he's almost maxed out.
That Wilfred always was a little slow to pick
It has been a
things up.
while since my last outing in the rites, begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. Alright, so if Wilfred is banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. I like that. Once per rite, if Wilfred's adversary is extinguished his pyre, it's restored by 10 instead.
'Tis the wisdom of old 100 Mines. Until the next
Tree Dad. That was a good match. That was actually a really good match. I had a lot of fun with that. It's hard. Let me know if my AC is too loud. I'm sitting close to it, and I know the fan's making a weird noise. I don't know if that's getting picked up. I think I've done it, Vlad. Oh, Rusted, did you figure out your second sub sound finally? Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after vanquishing the Pyre Hearts, rather than soundly than Wolf. After vanquishing the Pyre Hearts rather soundly when Volfred approaches. I can't hear your fan over my fan, no worries. The Nightwings are incapable. Alright, hold on, everybody. Hold on real quick. We're gonna get something set up here. Actually, I gotta open up Discord anyways, so it'll take a little bit. The Nightwings are in capable hands these days, my boy. Thank you for your continued efforts given all the challenges we face. The rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, especially if you continue to prevail like that. Over that, I decided on a Fireblog Moon Circle Druid for my character in D&D. I'm excited. Awesome. D&D is so much fun. So much freaking fun. Come, let's see whom we shall square against when next the stars align. To not fuck with me. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Alright, so we got Triesta, or Auras, or Lu the Vernal Star. Let's see, who do we have? So that's against the Accusers. That's against the Dissidents again. And that's the Tempers. Let's go with the Accusers? Hold on, I'm gonna try and get this sub sound up and running. Your Discord, oh, it's updating. So it's gonna be a little bit. It will be a little bit. Your next adversaries are to be the Accusers, led by one called Lendel, whom I believe you first met many moons ago. His is a tale I hope shall be forgotten. He then tells you what he knows of your next adversary. Lendal the Liar, the first adversary you confronted in the rites, not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. The cold-mannered head of the Accusers. Okay. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict, brutal manner by any means. He always caught the crook. Okay, I'll do that. Once he arrested a civilian who halted him on suspicion of theft of Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lendl discovered the artifacts himself in the civilian's home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he denied the charges even as they cast him downriver. What the hell's going on? Discord is losing its mind right now on my computer. Okay, no problem. Lendl discovered the artifacts himself. Yeah. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to Lendl. It turned out he planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. If Discord would ever open, I will get it, but it is not being nice. In the downside, he soon became acquainted with the rites, having heard of all of this from several people in high places. He asserted himself on the de facto leader of the Accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance at liberty arose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. At any rate, Lendl shall be looking forward to our arrival, I expect. We may resume our journey come daybreak, but in the meantime, I would advise taking the rest you can. A JavaScript error keeps happening. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to uninstall and reinstall. Yeah, no, it's completely fucked it. I can't open up Discord anymore. That's wonderful. Thank you, Discord. Thank you for fucking that one up. You bid the lone minstrel good evening. At dawn you shall take flight again. No, it's doing it. It just ends up giving me a JavaScript error. Like, it's done the update. No, that's alright. You can do links. That's a joy of being a sub. Is I remove needing permission. Alright, hold on. It's downloading. We will get it set up here in a second. Alright, it opened up now. It's working now. I don't know. I don't know at all. It's working. Well, sometimes their updates are great, but lately they've had issues. Alright, let's see who wants to talk. I thought we were done with the book. What more do we have to do with the book? Rights of Flame. With these blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rights of flame. The bylaws shall be written here in full. We the eight decree the rights, a test of one true worth in body, mind, and spirit. Now until the stars abandon us, this shall be binding law within the downside. Those deemed worthy in their rights are to regain their freedom from the downside and return to whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rights as one of the 9 triumvirates and look towards the star for guidance on their path. Exiles shall bear this book as status. Okay. Let's see. Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, we are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory.
Torpedo Miliat.
Torpedo what? From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren into their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out when all of this ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led to him this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Nightwings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterwards is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot fully be achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more.
Temporaries.
I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. +2 presence permanently. Nice. Alright. I love Sir Gilman. He's easily one of my favorite. Oh, who's the new Pixel Boss? Who's the new Pixel Boss? Come on now. What's up, buddy? It's really late, man. It's bedtime. She had to go to your school. Give me a second, everybody. My son just came out real quick. The Vladling is awake.
Alright, everybody, I am back. Hold on. You can hear the fan. You should be able to just... To check Steam game time, you just... Yeah, okay, you figured it out. That way I don't have to explain it. He did. He came out really quick. He'd been asleep. He put himself to sleep, so he kind of scared me when he came out there. Alright. Whoops, this is where we need to be. Alright. Fulford notes a powerful talisman is rumored to be buried in this path. Falcon Ron may be passing through here with a special offer. I don't have any money for Falcon Ron. I've given Falcon Ron all of my money. So let's go get a talisman. Okay. You and Volfred venture into the dense foliage of Needle Field along a circuitous path that takes you far enough away from the Black Wagon. My agent suggests that what we seek is somewhere very close, my boy. Perhaps you can already sense its presence. You can. After a careful search, you procure an artifact, either discarded by one witless to its power, or left there for the sake of someone such as you. Ooh, Buffalo's new pixel boss. Right on. You've discovered the Nihiland Leech. After banishing an adversary, the bearer has a chance to instantly recover all stamina, 30%. Not bad. Alright. Ooh, messenger imp. God, they're freaking cute. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. Here in the leaves and branches of the Black Basin, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Salim. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the council or the blood border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He since made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them, thus the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the message imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn's word for word. It says, "Keep going, I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying the information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there in Blackcomb. Do you think he found her? A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us. May the boy's spirit infect the lot of ye as would a plague. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. And no Tizo sound. Tizo is happy after Hedwyn is back in the Commonwealth. Well done, Hedwyn, my boy. I knew you could do it. He did it. The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Plus one hope. Hell yes.
Hey guys, well come on in. Say, now what happened to that smiley Hedwyn guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what?
Oh, he got out. What's this? After dousing adversaries' Pyre, bearer's Pyre recovers equal up to 50% of the damage dealt. Wow, that is good.
No.
I don't want this then. I want to get rid of that. And I want this. This thing is freaking nice. What if the freedom from exile is false? I've been considering that this whole time. I've been wondering, like, what if this is all, it's all a farce?
Tell all your friends about us, because I've already told mine.
Alright, so we have a new page to read. Downside dining. How to sustain oneself with food and drink in such a place as this. The less said of it, the better. Do not complain, observe, and above all, keep moving. Sources of sustenance avail themselves to those with keener sense. In warmer climates that search the ground at daybreak for subterranes, in colder places dig for them. Give them purpose. Drinking pools are rare, but moisture in abundance outside of the stamp holds some is poisonous. Take only what you need. The downside limits on any opportunity for excess, but it provides enough amenities to meet the needs of life. One who withstands it cannot help but feel a sense of gratitude. I don't think it's going to be a happy ending. I think there's going to be some revelations that are going to... There might be some feels coming our way, because I'm really, like... I gotta hand it to this game. Even Faye, as much as they don't... We were talking about it the other night. This game's done a good job of really building these characters and giving them a backstory and kind of bringing them to life and giving you a reason to, like, care about each and every one of them. And I appreciate that. Here among the razor brambles of the Glade of Lu, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. He cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendl. He seems to be indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. But before you can explain anything further, the stars begin to fall to you. What's this one, Nad? The adversaries shall all return from banishment when all are banished. No. No.
Listen well, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the Glade of Liu. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the accusers. Snuff out their Pyre's flame and show your worth. Now, prepare yourselves.
Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. Little imp Tizo screeches something, cautioning you to stay alert. But then, someone leaps from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it! After all this time, I knew that you were among their ranks! Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity! Your evil shall be ended here and now! And you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Hahab the Swallow. Let us swallow him now that he's disgraced. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl in the past, Lendl evidently has not let it go.
Who shall it be this time?
Alright. Let's do this. There's a rivalry here. Tizo's coming out. I choose Jodariel. This is my fault, Tizo. I was so inexperienced back then. I never should have pitted you against Lendl to begin with. Nightwings, that wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him or any of you. Someone just cannot let go. I did not go how I wanted it. I meant to do something different. That's my bad.
Damn it.
So close. Flailing shan't do anything, Rita.
Ooh.
Got it.
So, alright, we'll just briefly do it. So, I think I missed the first... So, Volfred is the traitor? I don't know if he's necessarily the traitor. So, what happened with his original group is they got to the top of Mount Elodil. We're doing the liberation rite. That Orlek guy, that other demon, was supposed to go. He was the one they won. He was about to go into the shimmering pool, and someone else pushed him out of the way off the mountain, and she went to go steal his place. She died. And so, like, ever since then, like, he just didn't want to mess with any of this.
You left yourselves wide open. Glorious.
What? I went into the portal, I didn't even realize it.
Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We are not finished with you yet.
Tizo utters at Lendl a slew of absolute worst in profanity.
Your curses could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as mine.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech. Though talk means nothing in the rites.
What the? What the? I chose the wrong group of people for this one.
Splendid.
I haven't even got them below 100.
Sorry, Wilfred. Alas.
Are you? Oh, this is not going well.
Alas for Lendl. Banished all of them. Seize the orb. All for naught. Tizo takes the plunge.
Okay.
Careless. If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. The
Damn
orb
it.
quenches the flame. Red-handed.
Come on.
A second wind. Didn't see it coming. Oh, you poor.
Oh no, 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 no. 3, 2, 1.
How sad for the accusers.
Alright, alright. This is gonna be a little more fancy footwork to try and win this.
Too bad for that one. Well, now that was exciting.
No! Fuck, I won.
Accusers prevail. The scribes would not have had it. Thus end
Damn it.
this night's proceedings.
Is disappointed that Lendl prevailed in the right and wants to hurry away from him now.
Take that, you abominable little beast. Now where did he go? Where did he go, that infernal imp? A monster in disguise, a fiend, come forth to torment me until the day I die.
Lendl storms off in a fury. Teaser reappears once the coast is clear, looking rather dejected. But Lendl said before, if Tizo truly is a descendant of Ha'ab the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
Always is
It
there
is, isn't
greater
it?
knowledge to be gained.
Yeah, Tizo leveled up. No, he did not. Fuck. No one leveled up. Great.
Until the stars align.
That was frustrating to lose.
Alright, hold on, we're gonna...
After you succumb to the accusers in a somewhat humiliating fashion, there is little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons, and the next right reveals itself to be a vital one. This is gonna be hard. So what was the name of that again? Something about tortillas? It's just tortilla. Okay, there we go. Hold on. I'm getting your sound put in real quick. So just give me one quick second. Folder. The hell? There. So it's in there now. We just gotta get the command made, so hold on real quick. Command, you wanted it devil. Everyone to specific user. Sound effect. Alright, hold on, where is that? Alright, go ahead and give that a shot there. Rusted. Alright. It is already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents us to another chance. Why did that not work? Commands. Oh, whoops, hold on. Now try it. I didn't save the command. I just made the command, but I didn't save it. So now it should work. It is already time. I love it. I love it. coldness of the season now presents us another chance. He heads out straight away and you follow him in turn. Indeed, among the remaining stars you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. Oh shit. Man, it's less and less we're getting up to the Mount Alodil. Oh, we're getting to play the accusers again. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Alodil. Picture the rights as a wheel broken free from a black wagon. It is turning uncontrollably and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left, but someone to go free, either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth, should our plan somehow fail, they may look back upon their exile with fondness. So returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom count on to prevail in the rights. Don't you love that? We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here, given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Let's set forth again at daybreak. I'm almost thinking of sending Jodariel. Tizo wants to talk. Tizo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendel and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. He seems unhappy about something Lendel said to him. He understands full well why Lendel is angry with him. While Tizo does not like Lendel as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he is denied his freedom. It was a liberation right. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regret that the rights force exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, he's grateful for you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up to the rafters with some of the other drive imps. Regardless of whether he truly is an ancestor of Pal the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Alright, up to the mountain we go. Once more we sail above the fall of Solium. The temple of the 8 scribes await us at the summit. None have seen the temple, save for those worthy to conduct the rites there, and myself and my counterpart Celeste. You may then wonder whence it came. The cycle of the rites had turned since the beginning of this age. Over its course, whilst waiting for the cycle turn, some exiles thus paid tribute to the 8 scribes. I think the scribes may not have wanted such extravagance or the carved effigies to them along the way, yet it is for the triumvirates to decide how best to honor the rites. They chose to honor them as you see there. How you remember this, of course, whether you even wish to do so, that is yours to decide. The scribes would not want otherwise. Alright, you sense Faye will gain favor. Tizo shall gain favor. I want to learn more about Faye. You make landing upon Mount Elodil, where Volfred pulls you aside while others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs out his pipe before speaking up. Oh god. Rusted, I'm not looking forward to that idea. Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiments once again. This means that I, myself, may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. No, however, that is not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to your plan back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Maddie, get out of that. Come on. You know better than that. Go lay down. Sorry, dog.
Dog getting into the cat box. What is it with dogs and doing that? It's just so disgusting. All quiet and tense like, then bring me a tortilla! Perhaps once the Nightwings are on a sure footing in their path, my time shall come. Those are my feelings on the matter, and I wanted you to know. I shall, of course, defer to you. A path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom. If not soon, then by when all of this is over. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Faye visit the monument of Goliathanian here in Emperor's Fall. Is this all part of your plan, O scribes? I know I need not ask, just as I know the path you have laid out for me takes many, many turns. Please, help us navigate that path. My friend and I, we wish to find our way together with your blessings. As soon as she has finished praying her respects, you return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Goliathanian has shown you favor. You soon shall ascend to the mountain, though there's time to pursue your vocations. +2 hope for the next rite. To mentor a companion. Who's close? Who is about to level up? Tizo. So is... You and Sir Gilman go over what you knew of the celestial landmarks you had been to, and how the properties impact the Nightwings and the rites. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. This knight is the epitome of indomitable spirit. He has achieved the culmination of his training. How wonderful a feeling, having nothing left to learn, Master Reader. Nothing whatsoever. This knight highly recommends it. Alright, so Slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect, which is nice. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. Like that. Ah, the gloried vistas of the downside. Though they may be laughingstock next to the splendors of the Commonwealth, of course. Alright, somebody wants to chat. Ooh, Faye. Faye seems to be speaking to herself again. She's unaware of your presence, or shows no sign of it, at least. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. Mercy shall engender union on all our different kind. Mercy shall engender union on all our different kind. She's reciting passages from the Book of Rites, though to your knowledge, she cannot read. Freedom to the worthy. The downside cannot let us all go free, thus freedom to the worthy. Is that not so, O Saint Triesta? Is that not the conclusion which you formed for your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while, as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. Well, I'm ever grateful to you, Sir Triesta, for your guidance and your perseverance, and I wish you wish all of your friends safe passage there among the stars. It must be so very beautiful out there. With your wings you can fly freely, can't you, Saint? You can visit me at any time and come and go as you please from the stars all the way here. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. I know, and yet sometimes I wish I was like you, or like Miss Pamatha. But I know I am the way I am because I meant to be this way, and I know that you are always watching, so thank you, Saint Triesta Fithus. Thank you and your friends. Jesus Christ. I feel like tongue-tied right now. Ooh. You got... Alright, Buffalo. Hold on. Here we go. She wanders off into the afternoon, leaving you there to consider her word. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in the 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer or communion was forbidden. The scribes were mythical figures, but even they worshipped the stars, and it's the stars that lighted the way for the founders of the Commonwealth, or so its leaders taught. Alright. We have another thing to set up here real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is Discord not open? We will wait. Oh, there it is.
Getting it. So is everybody enjoying the game? Enjoying my my horrid voice acting? I'm trying. Why? I hope leaving exile is real, if not just for Faye and Jody. Well, I appreciate it. I'm trying to make it a little more entertaining. I feel like if I was just reading all of this, it wouldn't be that great. Almost done here, Buffalo. Let me just get this. Buffalo box. Alright, so exclamation point Buffalo should get your sub sound up and running. Alright. You sensed to Dariel. Oh, did you want me to check it first before? I like that. I like it. Jodariel or Tamitha. I'm gonna go with Jodariel. You can always change it, so do not worry. You're not set in stone with that at all. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument to Luz Glorian, and Jodariel happens to take notice. I will spook everybody. You scribes are quite predictable. The others were naive to think our opportunities at freedom were indefinite. So, now we have to make the most of every chance. Is that not so? I fail to see how that is any different than before. Soon she's finished paying her respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Luz Glorian has shown favor. Just 2 presents for the next rite. Oh man, here we go for another one. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of the Scribe's Gate before an archway carved of stone where stands the Gate Guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles and the Nightwings have returned, even as the cycle of the rites begins drawing to a close. The Nightwings accept this and will, as the will of the Scribes. The Gate Guardian laughs at this softly for some reason. And you, Tariq, do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It's no matter now, Nightwings. Each of you come forth and state what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, the Nightwings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. Oh god, you're gonna scare the crap out of my wife. It'll be amazing. When Volfred takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You. I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of the rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears. One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now and believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings. I remember well the contemporary who you mean. Then the Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us so that one day we might all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She considers Volfred's words for a moment. I see. Then move along. The Guardian of the Scribe's Gate regards you all, and then she beckons you onward. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Celeste. What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it, I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close as separated us. But If their aim now is to keep us apart for another age or longer, then no, I do not accept their will. You blaspheme, Tariq, and at the gate no less. But the lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on, then may the scribes themselves admonish me until tomorrow night, Celeste. She's just like the gatekeeper. I guess she's supposed to see if you're worthy to come through. Whatever your reason for wanting to get out, she's the one that deems if it's a worthy reason or not. I don't know if it's ever said how old Jody is. I mean, she's been 16 years in the downside. So that's a long time to be in the downside. Having reached the peak of Mount Aladil again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions ought to go free this night, as Hedwyn did last time.
Hey guys, so, like, I don't know what's going on up there with all them stars all acting all real weird and stuff, but let me tell you something here. You ain't gonna find a better deal on all this stuff from nobody. I mean, anybody in the downside. You can trust me when I tell you that, okay? So, go ahead, stock up.
That's quite alright, buddy.
Well, see you guys around.
Who are we gonna put up? If you have to have a valid reason for leaving, how the hell is Faye able to leave? Reasonable thought is not her forte. I know, right? Volfred looks up as you approach and smiles. I never thought that I would say such things, my boy, but it is good to hear the raiments and the rites once more. To wear the raiments and the rites. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today, we are very different beasts than Triumvirate, which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a Triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception, though historically the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions, Orissa and Orlek. Perhaps naively I've hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we are now attempt. But seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. I want to know more about Brighton. BRB grabbing banana pudding. I've lost the battle of restraint. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred's first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now, though, for that matter, my boy, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, then... Brighton was born wealthy, but not special otherwise. You would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard him through Orissa and Orlek, who found me a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Orlek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book which you now know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. Volfred looks at you, as if to see if you yet take his meaning. You see, my boy, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the Triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than the Archjustice Androbles the Ninth himself. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. They have much to thank for them. Not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. I love it, Buffalo. That's a good one. The theoretic rulers of the Commonwealth. They do not wear masks and raiment simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. So, Buffalo, you missed it, but we just figured out... So the voice, the announcer, the guy that came and talked to me in my dreams, was the only Nightwing that was set free. His name was Brighton. before Valfred joined the Nightwings. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication. Like Brighton, they once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice, he has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do, yet he's bound by the traditions of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen you in potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you'd wanted to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about? Orisa. You asked about Orisa, who you understand betrayed Orlek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pools. I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my boy, but I suppose you ought to know something of Orisa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I would never make excuse for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Orisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face, such was the heinousness of what she did in the eye of the Commonwealth. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border despite wielding their father's own lance and armor. Her father never quite recovered after this and had grown cruel and detached. It was Orisa who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. No, we've now learned more about the ghost trainer lady. One day it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again, and again, and again. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Orisa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the highway remnants a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Orlek was an act of pure, thoughtless desperation. I do not think that it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I often wondered, though, if in her final moments of the Shimmer Pool she understood what she had done and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit, I had hated her, but now, my only hope is that she found a peace unattainable during her relatively short life in the downside in the Commonwealth. It really does sound like a shitty place. Why would you want to go back there so bad? Furthermore, I hope the life of Orisa offers some perspectives, yet to those of us who have not yet made the same mistakes. Now then, was there something else? I want to know more about Orlek. You ask about Orlek, what Orlek was like when he and Valfred first became acquainted. Valfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. I mean, it's very difficult to wear stylish hats with those horns. This is more like a wild jungle, while the Commonwealth would be like a city. It's what it seems like is it's a city. Welcome to the stream, Calix Jumio. How you doing? Some rights are worth fighting for. Also, you get the rad ram horns if you stay in the underside. It's a net win for me. Like, so far I haven't seen a downside. Like, there hasn't been like, okay, so you get horns, but nothing has said, like, you go crazy. Nothing like that. It was Orlek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he had revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you, a gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Orlek, they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the Highwing remnants. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside. You don't get good liquor down here, probably. Yeah, maybe. Here he gained and noticed the Nightwings. and, and before long he grew to be one of the finest bright conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the triumvirate were later filled by Orissa and me. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He'd longed for it so that with his exalted status he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point, Wilfred breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone. And now, I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now, transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Orlek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else? Nope, that's it. You bid Wilfred a good afternoon and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much further we have to go. Wow, that was actually kind of deep. Alright. So I think I'm going to put Jody up for leaving. Once more you have gained the fallen Solarium, where one among you may go free, but first you shall have to prevail against the accusers. Reader, your companions are gathered there under the fall. They shall be counting on you. We indeed, as the cycle of the rites turns ever faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair should victory elude us here. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my boy. It's time. We must go deeper. Your adversary's Pyre shall recover up to 5 each time they douse your fire. No. No, 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 no. God, where? I need water. Oh my god. All that talking. Woo. Severe cotton mouth.
Sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the liberation rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust your adversaries, the accusers, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates as present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates as present and prepared. Then anoint one of the accusers. Come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Poised as ever, Lendl steps forward and reaches for his mask. I was branded Lendl the Liar. Once I reclaim my liberty, the name shall be forgotten, and my rightful station at the Commonwealth shall be restored. Nightwings, you may have prevailed against me last when we met here upon this sacred site, but the many years since then have taught me much. I shall not fail again. Yet, you still hold much resentment for your adversaries, is that not so, Lendl? Resentment is too kind of a word for it. They are cheaters, one and all, unfairly favored by those scribes, while those such as myself must struggle endlessly for a chance. Now come, my accusers, let us vanquish those undeserving oafs and prove now to the scribes that they were fools to favor the likes of them. Dude, this dude cannot just let shit go. He taunts his mask once more. I am ready. I know, I'm gonna win with Tizo. Nightwing's your decision on whose behalf you conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I'm sure you know no other way. And prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
I think it's gonna be Jody. Again, I have been chosen.
Who shall lend her support?
Tizo.
Tizo.
Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
This time for certain.
Very well.
Come then, Nightwings, and look upon me one last time, for by dawn I shall be free, while you will all wallow in the terrible defeat we have in store for you. Yeah, the instant rebirth is kind of the reason I chose what I chose. Woo! You imp! He singles out Tizo from across the sacred grounds. The indignity which you have wrought upon me all those long years, tonight I shall be washed away, as I at last return unto my post. Long had I toiled in this abominable place only for you, pathetic wretch that you are. You, of all things, to thwart me and my accusers in our moment of triumph. It was small consolation knowing that the Nightwings fell apart soon after, a misfortune which you doubtless wrought yourself. As for we have clawed our way back to this mountaintop, you sniveling, loathsome little beast. And this time things are going to transpire in a very different manner. Just you watch. I know, really, he cannot shut up. Tizo just stares right back at him, betraying no emotion. But then, he claws at his mask. Certain imp expressions resist translation. Suffice it, Tizo does not hold Lendl in high esteem. It seems Tizo does not hold Lendl's mother in high esteem either. I love Tizo. I want a Tizo plush so bad. Then he dons his mask once more. Why you? How dare you raise your weakling voice at me, you blasted Nightwings? Would that we could all go free, that I might have you all arrested and then sentenced once again. Now get out of my way. Two, one. Take that, asshole. Oh no. Oh no, they got that one. I like how none of his teammates are his hype men either, they're just groaning too. Uh-oh. What? Did you not see? I hit him so many times.
Your adversary's pyre now burns brighter than your own.
What? No. No. Damn it.
Unexpected. Glory to
Now, accusers, grant me your auras in your anger, that we might finally secure our rightful victory against these demons whom we face. He's channeling the auras of his triumvirate, and their strength combines with his. This must be the aura gain.
That Lendl yearns to regain his status in the Commonwealth. Would you deny him that? Well cast. Verily.
Fuck you.
Blessed.
Yeah, he's a cheater. He fucking plays dirty.
Your adversary's pyre now falls short of yours.
Damn it.
Resplendent.
Give me a tortilla. I love it.
A stifled effort.
2, 1.
The orb. Deliverance.
Yeah, Tizo being a fucking beast, man. He insulted a dude's mother. Alright, well, it's over there. Oh no. What? No. Oh, I don't know if anyone clipped it. Oh, it's done. It's done. Fuck you, accusers. Done.
The Nightwings proved their worth. Of their adversaries, the same cannot be said. Thus
Fuck yes.
ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory.
I know, I'm gonna miss Jody. But she got out.
And all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Blast you, Nightwings. Again, you cheated me. Have you no pride at all in this tradition? Dude, you're the cheater. Fuck you. Asshole. After all this time, she turns her gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this, if that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
Tizo leveled up.
Gives thanks to Howab the Swallow for watching over and protecting him. So what do we have here? If banished, Tizo drops an improved moon sign that boosts ally speed and stamina. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, may she return in glory.
Until
Alright.
the rites begin anew.
Man, I am gonna miss her though. You prevailed in the liberation against the accusers. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Jadariel return to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. Tizo is sad that Jodariel is no longer here, yet happy for her. Surely the good Jodariel would rather that we celebrate than grieve? You wonder who, if anyone among you, shall be the next to go. We've but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is opportunity enough that our plan may yet succeed. Probability of success is at 61%. Although, all of these setbacks, I fear. Alfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks they are beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Walford has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turn to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Faye's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching to find the right words, as all your fellow exiles are looking to you now. Interact to consider a different angle on this. And are now poised to seize upon the glorious opportunity. And think only a hollow fool would turn back now. Like this. You tell them that you have stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Your path to freedom still is laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. Kind of just agree with that, period. It is clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Each of you have known this alchemist. No, I like the other way. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to uphold. They would spur you on to greater feats. No? Yeah. Glory awaits if you can persevere. You all now have a divine divinity to uphold. You all stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for each other, is a world worth living in. Now is the time to stand and fight for the forces that oppose you. If you cannot see their merit in this quest, then you are unfit to stand among the Nightwings. Unworthy of the raiments of the books, you are unfit to stand atop the sacred mountain. You are unworthy of the stars' waning light. Yeah. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. Our cause is just, and we shall not be stopped. We are the righteous, and we shall have our day. The stars may die, but our cause shall live on. Then you join the others in silence. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for time, but then you truly believe that your commonwealth can change its ways. Then, reader darling, I suppose that I may yet come to believe it too. Viso vows to stand with you no matter where the quest shall lead. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader, sir. All the while, Volfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my boy. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Stars may die, but our cause shall live on. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings. Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with the renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. +1 hope permanently. To everybody. The stars above now burn with what appears a desperate fury, many more of them than usual. How many more? Damn, quite a bit more. The stars of the 8 scribes. They shine together now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. 2-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. Sadly, Rusted, I do not think we will make it to the end tonight. I want to go play against the fucking fancy dude. Yes, we did fail once. Very, very sad. It was Jody, actually. The first time we tried to get her through, we lost. Your next adversaries are to be the Chastity, headed by H. Manly Tinderstoff. They would prevail in the rites, not for their freedom, but for the fame and fortune in your commonwealth. You and the lone minstrel then go over what he knows of your next adversary. H. Manly Tinderstoff, the offspring of a semi-famous sap industrialist who was born into wealth and lived in the lap of luxury, never having to fend for himself. When he became of age, he soon was offered cushy ambassador positions that required little more than a silver tongue to convince the Commonwealth that he was keeping busy. He grew so proficient at doing nothing much at all that he started spending all his family's riches to assert his fame and status. Yeah, the game did kind of... It was to let, although I didn't purposely lose, but it was to let, like, the game wanted me to let, Pamitha's sister, Tamitha, go. One day he attempted to pay off the wrong individual, a particularly stern Commonwealth diplomat who promptly turned him in and had him sent downriver. Manly was very disappointed by all this, but soon saw it an opportunity, for he knew well that in the inner circles there are those who had gone into exile and returned. Thanks to his connections, he tracked down the Chastity deep in Wakingwood. He bangled his way into the triumvirate using his well-worn skills. He in turn convinced himself that he would earn a position of great influence once he secured a way back to his home. He continues making hollow promises. A shame that this Manly and the Chastity are nothing like the scribe Leoslorian, and do not share his values. Now it is time we rested, reader, given all today's travails. You bid the lone minstrel good night and you take your leave. It is too late now to prepare for the flight, so you arrange to depart first thing in the morning. Okay. So, because we started an hour earlier, we're actually going to be ending an hour earlier. So, I think we're right on the cusp of finishing this. So tomorrow, I just want to push through. I want to finish this game. So tomorrow we're gonna try. If we finish this tomorrow night and there's still time left to stream, we can pick up with the Lone Dark, or the Long Dark, not the Lone Dark, the Long Dark. That is the word, Vlad. The Long Dark. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow night's stream will be at its normal time, at 8 p.m. Pacific time. We will try to, I think we're right there. I mean, we're right there to finishing this game. I do want to say thank you very much to send you to Jesus for the follow. Hold on. Gotta give some shout-outs to the hosts. Because there are some hosts. What do we have here? The fuck, there's 11 of them. Jesus, you guys. Zombie G, Breasted Devil, 22, Jonas Fatson, Nightfall 67, Birch Miller, Oak and Smoke, Maven of Misfortune, Evil Empire Games, Phoenix Growl. Thank you all so much. So much for the hosts. You guys are all amazing. I really want to finish this game. We're like right there. I would love to push through tonight, but I just don't have that ability to. I'm gonna have to be getting off here within a few minutes, so just the luck of it all. But I think tomorrow we will finish. And I'm sad because this game is amazing, but I'm excited because I want to see if the things we've decided, like we've all kind of at the point where we're convinced that someone's a traitor, and we're all convinced that maybe the Commonwealth isn't that great of a thing, or maybe getting out isn't real. Who knows? But we will find out tomorrow night. So thank you everyone once again, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your mornings, afternoons, and evenings, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night.